Hello there. Consider this bell rung for the whole set, because that's just how I do things. My name is Tara, and I used to think I was going to be an actress, but I changed my mind because of lack of sufficient talent. And also, I think an excess of self-loathing. And I think that's the reason why I decided to go back to school in social work. And it's really been a trip going back to school this day and age because everybody is obsessed with finding racism everywhere. Yet they fail to observe that because I just happen to look like this, everybody assumes I've just had this cushy, privileged life. It's a little bit racist, but it's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just going to change their minds, right? Because, I worked very hard in my 20s to undermine my privilege. There were years of crippling alcoholism. I was in and out of psych wards and abusive relationships. And that part is a little hard to talk about. I didn't mention to them the part where I was actually the abuser, but still, it was rough. But then I just let it slip that I grew up on the West Island and back at square one. But then I learned that we were going to do a privilege walk in class. For those of you who don't know, a privilege walk is a social shaming mechanism where the winners are actually the losers, but nobody tells you that. They just line you up. And for some questions, you step forward and out your privilege to everybody. For others, you get to step back and be one step closer to earning your victim card. So I was ready. All right, get through these step forward questions. Did you grow up with more than 50 books in your house? Okay, fine. But I think the question should have been, which books? Like, what if the books were 50 Shades of Grey? Or Mein Kampf? Or worse, The Secret? And then, next, really, did you grow up with people of color working as maids or servants in your home? Like, what do they think the suburbs are, some kind of a racist Downton Abbey? We just grab a van full of people from Côte des Neiges to polish the silver? We just hired the kids from the neighborhood because they would work for cheap. And by the way, exploiting childhood labor is not an exclusively Caucasian phenomenon.
Oh, no.
And then next, have you traveled abroad? Okay, but I think that would also apply to all the Syrian refugee families. I will take my step. But you better be stepping with me, Abdul. And then finally, we get to the step back questions, and I am ready. Have you ever been treated differently based solely on your appearance? Heck yeah! There was a reason why I got free drinks at the bar and my friend Chunky Cathy didn't. Has there ever been a time where you had to skip a meal because there was no money for food? Yes, as I mentioned, alcoholic. There were many times where my money was for alcohol. Have you ever been bullied because of something you can't control? Well, guess what, guys? Free will is an illusion, so step back to that and to anything else to do with something I can't control. I got a couple of bonus steps on that one. And then, when you walk into a store, do you ever get the sense that the shopkeepers are following you or suspecting you of stealing? Well, not to toot my own horn, but I consider myself to be a pretty skilled shoplifter, but even so, sometimes I worry. And then I look over, and I notice that I am actually a step behind the biracial, genderqueer person whose name I can't remember because they keep changing it. And I look around and I don't really feel like everybody has changed their minds about me. It might be because I struck a pose as though I just landed a backflip in the gymnastic classes that they probably assume I took as a child. It's so freaking judgy. But they would have been wrong. I did ballet.
You guys so good over here? Are you old enough to be drinking? I don't know.